Hello. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you are new here, my name is Nancy. This is the Perrin family, and over here we do a variety of videos. I do Ipsy hauls over here. I talk about our homeschool, which we'll be talking about again very soon. I'm planning to do maybe some hangouts over here where we just meet up and make friends. I also share a glimpse into our family life over here. But today we're going to be talking about my journey on OMAD. And so I am now 4 months in on my journey on OMAD. And today I'm going to be sharing a little bit about my weight loss and how things are going. Just give sort of an update to keep myself accountable and to help anybody else who may be struggling with their weight, maybe interested in OMAD, maybe just, need a little bit of encouragement along your journey. Whatever the case may be, a little bit of inspiration. That's what I'm here for today. So thank you so much for joining. Anyone who is in the background, thank you so much for being here. Anyone that is coming in on the replay, thank you so much. We appreciate each and every one of you. If you can, please give this video a thumbs up and share out so others can join in the conversation. So, like I said, 4 months on OMAD, and my starting weight was 226 pounds, and that is the heaviest that I have ever been in my life, other than giving birth to my children. So that's not something that, that's a hard pill to swallow. Recognizing that you are at your highest weight in your life. And there were several factors that led up to getting there. Just as many of you can say about your life as well, that it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen overnight to gain the weight, and so it's not going to happen overnight to lose the weight. And so we have to be patient along the journey. We have to be consistent, persistent, keep going even when the going gets tough. We have to, be consistent in our journey, and even when we don't see the results that we want to see, that just means that we have to keep going, okay? And so today I'm going to let you know where I'm at. Most of you know that about 8 weeks ago I had a health scare and I had to pause my OMAD for a little while. And, it's not something that, even though I probably look fine to you, the inside of my body is still healing. And so I do have to take that into consideration this month, that my body is still healing and I'm not able to do many of the things that I was able to do on the beginning of this OMAD journey. And so that probably will have a great deal to do with what this month looks like. And so I'm keeping that in mind to stay encouraged, stay motivated. And if you don't understand what I'm talking about, I did do a video back when that first happened explaining everything. And like I said last time, I'm not going to go into detail every single time, but you can go back and watch that video for sure, where I did the health update. I believe it's called Health Update, What's Been Going On. Something to that effect. You can find it on my page. So, yeah, I had to pause OMAD for a while, and I technically just have started back the last few weeks. And I had to start over, basically, like I did in the beginning of this journey, by implementing intermittent fasting in my way of life, and then slowly building back up to doing OMAD. If you're confused about the word OMAD, because perhaps you've never heard it, or maybe you have, you've been interested, but you still don't have a full understanding of what OMAD is, it's simply 1 meal a day. So what I've been doing to lose weight, when I say OMAD, that means that I am eating 1 meal a day. I'm fasting for the majority of the day. And then I open up my eating window, or I begin to eat my meal to simplify things even more. And I have just a small period of time to eat my meal, which I'm not restrictive on myself about exactly how long it takes me to eat my meal. I know that some people put the restrictions on themselves that, they have to get it eaten within 1 hour or within 2 hours or whatever. Um, but I am not so strict on myself. It's just that I have one eating window, and that is just one meal. I'm not just grazing throughout the day and calling that an eating window, okay? Um, so although I'm not very strict on it as far as it being 30 minutes, 1 hour, or 2 hours, whatever, still I have to put a stop to it somewhere, or else I'm not really following OMAD. So I would say that roughly most of the time, my eating window would be about an hour and a half or less. Um, Now, when we go out to eat, or something like that, of course, I would allow myself whatever time that it takes to eat the meal that is presented before me. Because, when you go out to eat, a lot of times you're served like appetizers first and then your meal. And, if you order dessert or anything like that, which lately I've not really been ordering desserts whenever we go out to eat, so that doesn't really apply. Um, and most of our meals are at home. We are not a family that goes out to eat just every couple days or anything like that. We do go out to eat a lot on the weekends, and so that does play a factor. Um, and I'll get into weekends in just a minute, but um, as far as during the week, most of our meals are cooked at home, and so it doesn't take me that long to eat the meal. Because I basically just prepare everything all at one time and then I sit down and eat it. And so I would say that most of my eating windows are about an hour and a half or less. Now, if we were to go out to eat during the week or something for a special occasion, or maybe date night, um, which which date night is rare these days, but anyways, um, then it might be 2 hours of an eating window or something like that. But I can't say that I've gone more than 2 hours, except when I have my periods. So yeah, TMI for some of you, but um, I am a woman. I do have menstrual cycles, and so around that time of the month, if in the days leading up to my menstrual cycle, if I feel extra hungry, I will open up my window to about 4 hours on those days. Usually, it's only once or twice during my menstrual cycle, or in the days leading up to the menstrual cycle, that I will do that. So only 1 or 2 days out of the month that I would do that. It's not the entire cycle that I'm doing that. And then on the weekends, I am being more loose with OMAD on the weekends. If we have a lot of things going on, most of you know that we're ministers in our church. So it's not just preaching, it's not just, those kind of things in the church. There's so much more to being a minister than that. So if we are extremely busy, we don't have time to, plan well or whatever. Sometimes on the weekends, I let the OMAD go. I don't worry about it on those days because I've decided that this go around with my weight loss journey, I'm not going to be strict on myself like I have been in the past. And some of you may say, well, it takes discipline to lose weight. It absolutely does. And I talked about that in the beginning, that it takes discipline and consistency and persistence to actually see results. But I have found that in my personal journeys, if I am too hard on myself, then what happens is I get frustrated. And then I tend to just give up on the process altogether and I gain all the weight back. I don't want to do that this time. I don't want to be so hard on myself that I give up in the middle of the journey and don't get to my goals, okay? So I'm trying to give myself leeway, I'm giving myself grace, but yet I'm trying to be consistent at the same time, if that makes sense. Life in Stitches, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much for joining us for this live stream. Okay, she says, I'm catching up from the beginning. You're such a beautiful soul. Thank you so much for that sweet comment. I'm also a homeschooler and love finding others to share that with. Yes, yes. I'll be talking about our homeschool and what curriculum that we are using. And we've been using it for the past couple years, and I'll be giving a review on that pretty soon. And so I hope that you stick around and join us for that. And next week on the 11th, I believe it is, we're also going to have a day where we just hang out and make new friends. And so if you want to come in on the 11th, then I'm just going to give everybody a moderator stick, and then that way you can meet up at each other's places and get to know each other. So if you're a content creator, then I would absolutely love to have you on that day. And I'm so glad that you're here today. Thank you for being here. And so, yeah, I'm trying to be persistent and consistent, but at the same time have grace with myself. So I'm being understanding of myself right now that I'm going through a little something. It's going to take me a little while to fully recover and recuperate from this. And so I definitely am not shocked by what I'm about to tell you. I'm not shocked by it at all. And I'm okay with it. And so I started out at 226. And this month, although I would like to see that I have lost weight, this 4th month I have not lost weight. To the contrary, I have gained 4 pounds in the last month. And I understand that it is because of many factors, one of which being I'm not able to move like I was even 2 months ago. 2 months ago, whenever I had the health issue, I was walking 4 miles each and every time that I went walking, and it was about 4 times a week. And so, you know, right now I barely have gotten to the point last week that I can walk up a flight of stairs, okay? My body has just been through a lot the last couple months. And so obviously, since I can't move like I did before, I'm not going to be losing weight right now. I'm not going to be losing like I was before, because exercise has had a lot to do with this, okay? And then OMAD has been a major part of this as well. And so I was off of OMAD for a few weeks and had to work myself back up to doing OMAD. And so, and the reason for that is that I wasn't able to eat. I wasn't able to eat. I wasn't able to hold my mouth the right way to keep the food inside my mouth. Like I say, you can go back and watch the video where I talked about what happened to me. So, and you can visibly see what was going on. I don't look like what I've been through. You can tell a little bit in my eyes still. And I don't know if that will ever go back or not. But you can still tell that this eye is really weak right here. And this one is kind of lazy, if you will, because it's been working overtime. But anyways, love seeing your sweet family also. Also wanted to say I'm at my highest weight of my life also. I'm working on it. It's a fight against many health issues that I have. Take it easy when you can. Right. Take it easy when you need. Yes, I agree with that. Although, you know, we may not be where we want to be, if we work at it, we will get there. Our journey may take a little more patience and a little bit more time than what somebody else's journey is taking them. And that's okay. I've learned in my life, you know, not to compare myself to someone else's life, because I am not in their shoes and they are not in my shoes. And so I want to encourage you with that as well. that wherever you may be in your journey, don't compare yourself to others, because you don't know what they had to go through to get there. And they don't know what you are going through just to be able to do what you're doing. So that's a big one for me, that honestly in the past I would look at other people and I would say, wow, they got there so fast. They lost 20 pounds in, you know, 3 months. Why can't I do that? Or maybe it's that, I lost the weight, but I'm struggling to keep it off, because every time I lose a little bit of weight, there's a health issue that comes. And so, I've learned, with this not being my first weight loss journey, this is not my first one. I've struggled with my weight since I was a teenager. And back then, it was a lot easier to lose weight. Those of you who are over 30, or you've had children, you understand that even as women, a lot of times with our menstrual cycles and carrying that water weight and things like that, not all of us have that problem, but some of us, most of us do. um, I also have fibroids, and so that's something that plays a huge part in my struggle with losing weight, because those fibroids weigh something too. And you may say, well, they don't weigh that much. You don't know how many I have and how big they are. So don't judge my journey, okay? You don't know what I'm having to deal with, just like I don't know what you're having to deal with, okay? We can't judge each other. We can't, say that you should be at a certain place in your journey and, whatever. No, no. Let's just encourage each other, love on each other, and pray for each other, uplift each other, and um, we're going to get there. Teamwork makes the dream work. So if we're at each other's throats and, um, telling each other how it's going to be, how it's supposed to be, we're not going to get there, because we're going to be stuck in bickering. And so we don't do that. We want to uplift each other, encourage, and keep pushing towards our goals. Anyone who's struggling with your weight, I encourage you to keep trying to make healthier choices. It is definitely a struggle. It is definitely, if you have trouble making good decisions about your diet, as far as the foods to eat and things like that, it definitely takes a while to get in a good and healthy space. I can say that I'm not 100% there yet. Um, a lot of people don't understand why I've chosen the method of OMAD. Some people say that that's too strict, and it may be for you. It may be for you. And I'm not saying that, OMAD is the best way for everyone. I'm not saying that everyone has to be on OMAD to lose weight or anything like that. I have my reasons for doing it, and I plan on making a whole separate live to talk about that in the near future, to talk about why I chose this method, and why not something else. Why not low carb? Why not, Weight Watchers? Why not anything else? Why OMAD? So I plan on talking about that in the near future. And like I said, I'll be putting together a live talking about our homeschool as well, because I do want to start back talking about homeschool on this channel. That was our original mission with this channel, was to talk about homeschool. So I do want to get back to talking about homeschool every once in a while, and doing some more day in the life videos and things like that. But for the moment, I'm just doing what I can. So have patience with me and bear with me on that. So if you're just tuning in, my starting weight was 226 pounds 4 months ago. I have lost weight consistently every single month until now, and this month I have gained 4 pounds, and I believe that that is in part due to some health issues that I've recently had, as well as possibly my cycle coming up. So I'm not trying to make excuses or anything like that, but it is a journey to get back. It is a struggle to get back to where I need to get. I'm working every single day on that. I am pushing myself. I'm doing different exercises to regain my strength so that I can get back to the exercise that I was doing before all of this began. And so, thank you so much for being with me. Thank you so much for your support, your love, your encouragement. And I hope and pray that you got something from this and that this has helped you along your journey as well. I'm going to read your comment. It says, if it was easy, we'd all be a model. LOL, I'm 43. I've had 4 kids, early menopause due to cancer, and more obstacles. I'd love to join on the 11th, and I'll be praying for you, Stephanie. Thank you so much, Stephanie. And yeah, you're right. If it was easy, then we would all have that perfect hourglass figure, wouldn't we? All right. Thank you so much, everyone who has joined, even those who maybe didn't feel comfortable commenting in the chat. We thank you for being here, and I encourage you that at any time you can type in the chat. You are welcome here and you're appreciated. And so we're going to end with that. Thank you for being here, and I'm going to go ahead and make you a moderator as soon as I get off of here so that others can check out your home as well whenever we have other future lives. Thank you so much, and everyone have a blessed rest of the day.